Do you struggle from rank anxiety or have a fear of failure? Are you finding yourself lashing out or blaming teammates? Hi, my name is Worthy. I've been a Valorant coach for 5 years and a mental and performance coach for professional athletes and gamers alike. In this video, I'm going to challenge your mind to open up to new perspectives. Perspectives that I hope will help you enjoy the game of Valorant more and ultimately get you to that desired rank up. I believe that Valorant is a game that's won from the inside out. So pay attention, because what I'm going to teach you might make or break your career. When we discuss the idea of mental struggle in gaming, there's a factor that people don't talk about enough, and that factor is peripherals. I can't tell you how many times I've been coaching a student and I hear their mouse slamming against their desk, or hear that they're playing on a 60 Hz monitor, using their refrigerator as a desk, or sitting on their dog because they don't have a chair. I may be exaggerating slightly on that last one, but my point is your peripherals are everything, and they could have a major impact on your performance in game and your mental fortitude during long gaming sessions. This is where our latest channel sponsor, Zowie, can help you. Zowie's monitors are currently being used at the highest level of competition, with Riot recently using them across every region in VCT, from China, Pacific, EMEA, and Americas. Even major organizations such as Sentinels have had a monitor partnership with Zowie since January 2024. That alone should highlight to you how incredible these panels are. I've personally been testing Zowie's latest model, the 400 Hz XL2566X Plus, over the past 2 weeks. And I can honestly tell you this is one of, if not the best performing monitors I've ever used. From how easy it was to set up out of the box to the moment I played my first deathmatch, I could immediately feel the improvement in my gameplay. My shots were more accurate, my tracking was smoother, and my movement felt more precise. What separates Zowie from other monitor brands to me is their DIAC technology. This is something that, when enabled, massively reduces ghosting in fast-moving scenes and minimizes screen shaking. The clarity DIAC provides is like night and day compared to other brands. This technology allows you to have significantly improved reaction times when adjusting to fast movements on your screen. Whether that's somebody wide swinging you, utility being thrown at your face, or even during your uncomfortable spray transfers. DIAC is something that's physically built into Zowie's new TN panel monitors, so it doesn't take away any performance from your PC while still providing hyper-fast imaging with no drawbacks. Zowie's latest iteration of DIAC 2, stands alone in performance. Now, I understand this all may seem a little overwhelming to somebody who might not be adept in technology, so let me make it simple. What if I told you you don't have to fine-tune your monitor settings between each game you play? You don't even have to touch the buttons on the rear of your monitor. But Worthy, I play different FPS titles that require different settings. Well, allow me to introduce you to the S-Switch. This little guy is a small control that allows you to seamlessly switch between 3 different presets at the touch of a single button. The S-Switch comes with presets already designed for CS2, Valorant, and Apex Legends, so the only buttons you'll need to touch is 1, 2, or 3. If you're looking for that extra 10% increase in performance to really take your game to the next level, I can't recommend Zowie's XLX Plus series more. It's designed for gamers and built for you. I'll leave all the information in the links in the more description below. Thank you again, Zowie, for supporting me and my community.
So I have a problem with staying focused. Like, I don't know if anybody else deals with that, or if you have any tips on that, but I'll be in one-on-one fights, but then over time I just start losing focus, or I start thinking about the game oh, I could have did this better in this fight, I could have did better in this fight. So I'm not sure how to fix that, or just to leave it like it's in the past.
Okay, so there is a benefit to doing this, which is going to be to actually have a good solid reflection. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing altogether. Where it becomes a bad thing is if you're in a suffering state for longer than 90 seconds. Suffering is one of the things we need to work on. Suffering can be a good thing in life, but having too much excessive suffering can be hindering to yourself. Do you find that you're hanging on to deaths for too long and then you're thinking about bad things for too long? Is that what the case is?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of mantras that I use to be able to work on this. One of them is 0-0. This is the Baby Bay version of what I talk about. So every round is 0-0 no matter what happens. And this is important too. Because if you have the mental of 0-0, like think about it when you first start a game. Do you have all those thoughts in your mind about gunfights you've previously lost, or are you going into the game pretty fresh?
Fresh.
Yeah,
like
going fresh.
If I lose, I take time to think about what I could have did better.
There's definitely benefit for reflection, but excessive reflection should be done more in VOD review. But the mindset would be, no matter what happens, win or lose, it's 0-0. This is important too, because when you win games and you start allowing momentum to take you the other direction, that could be destructive as well, right? Because you start doing things you shouldn't really be doing. So the mindset should always be at 0-0, no matter what the result. It's all just about being in the present mind. Because what happens here is that you got three mindsets. You have the past, present, and the future. This mindset and this mindset are overly negative. They're negative in that if you're in the past, you are depressed, because a lot of times you're thinking about, what if I did this better or that better, right? When we're future mindseted, it's anxiety focused, right? This is where the whole idea of ranked anxiety comes from, because it's the fear of the future, right? Then you shouldn't be afraid of this, because you have really no idea. You're not qualified to predict what's going to happen in the future. So you're actually missing out on opportunities by not queuing in. That's the first thing. If we're past focused, again, that is too selfish for us as well, because here's the thing: who's going to remember the mistakes that we make in the past?
No one, or ourselves.
Just ourselves. That's a selfish mindset, right? It's only us that controls it. So therefore we control the narrative. We control the video that's playing in our head at all times. We have the ability to turn that video off. We have the ability to allow something to affect us more than it needs to, or less than it does, or more than it does, right? Some people don't like horror movies. The thing about horror movies is that you can press the off switch at any time. Well, just like your past mindset, you have to also be really proficient at the skill of turning off the past mindset, turning off the video that's playing in your head, because only you can see it. No one else can see it, right? And these people that you play with in 10 years time, they're never going to remember it. In 10 minutes time after the game, they're never going to remember it. So it's only you. So you can continue living this way, but you clearly see to yourself it's not going to work for you. So how do we get more into a mindset that's going to be more beneficial? It's about present. It's being present all times. This is the Zen mindset. It's being in the moment. Be here now. These are all mantras that I say to myself. Be here now. That past round, for example, does not define me as a player. That past frag does not define me as a player. There's more to this than just that last performance I had. These are all things you have to repeat to yourself. It's 0-0, we start again, refresh. One frag, one round, one game at a time. These are all things you gotta do to remind yourself. So write these down as mantras, put it on a sticky note, and then reread it to yourself every time something happens, okay? The other thing that's important is I think reflection is really good. And the way that I focus on reflection, whether it be in VOD review or whether it be dealing with a moment where I'm like, you know what, I gotta like reflect on that, I get a pen and a paper. And I recommend pen and paper. Why? Because phones can be a distraction. If you have a phone on and then someone sends you a text, it actually distracts you for 23 minutes. You don't have the ability to go into flow state for 23 minutes. This has been proven in studies. If you take a paper and pen and you start writing down things, you don't have time to lash out at your teammates for doing something stupid. You don't have time to be emotionally invested into the thing. You're writing down your emotion, or you're writing down what you want to review in your VOD, so that when you go into it afterwards, you're being constructive. You're not sitting there wasting time, right? Here's the thing. You're not alone in this mindset. There are pro players right now that are struggling with this exact thing. G2 is one of those teams. Teams deal with this stuff all the time. The people that can deal with this on a mental toughness better are the ones that will end up getting more results. You can allow a thought to bring you to a downward spiral and make it worse and worse and worse for you. Or you can say, you know what? I can think about that another time and focus on just doing the best I can in this next round so that I can generate more wins. The more mentally tough you are, the more you're going to find results work for you. And here's the thing. Everyone else you play against doesn't have this talk. No one has had this talk. You have the advantage now, right? You can say, this is a thought that's leading me down a dark path. What's the light path? And the best way you do that is through 3 questions. Okay. It's reconstructing the way that we think. What's good about the situation? What did I learn? And how can I make it better? Notice how there's not one single question saying, why did that go wrong? Why was that bad? Right? It's all positive mindset. I'm not thinking about, wow, I'm a player. I'm thinking about what was good about that. I'll give you an example. This fight right here. What's good about this fight? You gave it your best effort to swing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You peaked that with intention. That person had the better shot on you. It is what it is, okay? So you could be like, oh man, I'm so should have killed that fade. Or you could say, you know what? I gave it my best effort. And there's probably something more I can learn about that if I look into it. And here's what you can learn about it. When you peaked this person the first time, you actually revealed yourself to them. Now,
Because I was too close to the wall.
well, not so much. Watch. You ended up revealing yourself earlier on. So now, do they know you're here?
Yes.
Okay. If a person knows that you're there, you need to change the way you peek. Whether that means you peek further away from the wall, or you peek closer to the wall, or you peek in a different motion altogether. Now you just learned something. And how can we make it better? Next time I reveal myself and I go for a refight, I might do a little primi peek with a little crouch peek, or I might start the fight from a crouch as I'm peeking into it. There you go. What's good about it? Gave it my best effort. What did I learn? I learned that they're going to probably place their crosshair like this, because what would I do if I was them? And how can I make it better? I'm going to crouch peek those angles when I know that I've revealed myself and I know where I'm coming from. Boom. Now we're positive, right? Now we're thinking about the flow of things. The next piece I want to talk about, when you are deathmatching, you are here for intention. You're not here to just mess around. You're here to every single frag, every single peek, you are trying to practice something. You're not here looking at the results of the deathmatch and saying, oh no, I lost that game. Oh, it's the end of my world, right? You are here to practice a skill. You are here for an intention. You are here for a reason. You don't have time to be emotionally invested in a result of a deathmatch. It's wasted energy and wasted time for you. So when you go into a deathmatch, we're here for business, okay? We're here to improve our skills, and we're not improving our skills. We're sitting there feeling bad about a result that comes from any kind of individual gunfight or any result of the game total, okay? Remember your intention. That's the most important thing, right? Tell you this is the best, and I can honestly tell you, I can't honestly tell you, I honestly can't do it. I literally can't honestly tell you.